Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Look. My name is Sharon Rogers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And every Thursday at noon, I like to bring you a little creative break in your day, kind of break things up and help you get those creative juices flowing as you head into the weekend. Now today I have a fun little card that was sent in an email to demonstrators yesterday from Stampin' Up! And I saw it and I thought, this is an adorable card. So here I am sharing it with you. This is just another perk of being a demonstrator, as Stampin' Up! Provides you with lots and lots and lots of resources, including a couple of cards in a free downloadable class. Let's get started. Because we have to let something dry, I'm going to start with the watercolor effect. So I have a piece of, it's slightly smaller than 4x5, but it's a 4x5 piece of watercolor paper, which holds up really great to water. And I've got a spritzer filled with water and a water painter. That's going to be to move the ink around. So I'm going to take 3 different colors of greens. I'm going to take garden green, granny apple green, and lemon lime twist. And I'm going to apply the ink directly to this watercolor paper. So I'm going to start with the lighter color first. Just putting some different ink on there. All right. Guess I can put some more on. There we go. And then we'll continue with the the granny apple green. Doesn't look like much right yet, but trust me, it's going to be beautiful in the end. And then we're going to add in some garden green. So we've got a bunch of different greens on there. Now I'm going to take my spritzer and find the hole so I don't spritz my face. And then I'm going to just spritz some water on there. And then I'm going to take my water painter. Just going to get some water flowing down here. And I'm going to spread the ink around a little bit. So see how it's really blotchy here, but once I start moving it around with the water painter, the blotchiness pretty much goes away. And you've got a much more vivid color scheme going on here. So you can go lighter, you can go darker, doesn't really matter. We're going to be doing something else. And if you want to lighten up some of these areas, you just kind of keep applying the water painter here, and it just moves the ink around. Okay, but I like some of it dark. So I'm just going to set this aside to dry. I'm going to clean out my water painter. You can see that because I was squeezing it so much, I got some green sucked back up. So I'm just going to clean this off. I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll be back for the next steps. All right, I'm beginning with a piece of two-tone cardstock. This is Pool Party, and it measures right now 5.5 by 12. I'm going to cut this to 5.5 by 8.5. You can also use a Pool Party regular cardstock if you wanted to. I'm just really following the class that Stampin' Up! Gave me. And so now I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. So it's just like, it's a regular card base. It's a little bit thinner than our premium cardstock, our dyed cardstock, but I want this on the light side. So we've got light Pool Party showing on the outside. All right. And then we have this extra piece here, and I want to cut this down just a little bit. I'm going to cut this down to 3 by 5. So 3 by 5. And we're going to use the dark side here. So let me get my paper trimmer out of the way. I'm going to bring in my stamp set. Here's the beautiful Fern and Flora stamp set. I'm going to mount these lines here, and I'm going to stamp these lines in Pool Party ink on the dark side of the 3x5 two-tone. So this is the light side. This is the dark side. So you're going to see just a little bit darker focal point here, or focal layer, I should say. And so we'll stamp some of our lines here. We'll stamp it a few times. I should probably protect my surface. We're going to stamp right up here at the top. And then we're going to stamp over here. And then we'll stamp towards the other side. So we have that. Pretty simple stamping. I'm going to need a few dies here. So if I bring in my coordinating Fern and Flora dies, I want to use the label, and I'm going to cut this out of basic white. And then I'm going to use this fern, and I'm going to use this. It's not a fern. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm going to use. I wish I had a name. I don't have a name. So these two are going to be what we cut out of here. And you can see that we're going to have plenty left over. I could do this. I could get a couple of these cards out, which is great because I do have more of the two-tone. And so I can get 2 cards out of one 12x12 sheet of two-tone cardstock and one 4x5 inch piece here. So you just have to kind of determine, you know, what colors do you want in here? Do you want this to be mostly lighter and this to be a little bit darker? Darker at which end? The tip end? Probably not. Probably that end, right? So let's go ahead and die cut. All right, I've got the pieces die cut. Look at that, how pretty that is. It's just got such a pretty variegated tone. Ombre, really. This one's a little bit more variegated. This one's pretty detailed, so it takes a little bit to work it out. Lots of areas to get caught. And there's a couple of pieces in here that need to come out. Okay, I think that's good. So we've got that. All right, we've got our label. Let me move this white layer here. We've got our label. We'll need to stamp on this. So I'm going to bring in Secret C. All right, I brought in You're an Amazing Friend. Secret C is the new black. It is not just my favorite, it's a lot of people's favorite. Especially since we don't have a really great black anymore. You can still get some of the Memento, and which I love, and refills, but they're going to be increasingly harder since they've been discontinued. All right, so here we have this. We're just going to adhere these now. So let's use. Let's see. We could use. I think I'll use glue. You know, I always like to use the glue, right? So let's put a little bit of glue in various spots here. I don't need to put glue on everything. In fact, I don't really want to because I want the leaves to have a little bit of movement on the ends. All right, let's put this going like that. And then we're going to take this one and we'll put this one down here. You want to be careful around these little slits a little bit. You don't want to get too ambitious with your glue because it might go through the slits. So let's go with, let's turn these ends together here. All right. Now we'll put this up on dimensionals. So we've got something that looks like this, I think. And then we take our card base and we will adhere this using dimensionals. So this is really a pretty quick card. I mean, yes, I had to dry it, and you can speed dry it a little bit with your heat tool. But the second card will go very quickly because, you know, I still have a lot of greenery left. So there we have, we put this on here, and just a simple, sweet card. Now this inside is light enough so you could just write on it directly. However, it's always nice to have a layer. Now I don't have a block that's large enough for this fern at the moment. I mean, I have it. It's right out of reach, but I'm only going to use the top part of it anyway. So I'm just going to stick the top part of this fern here, and I'm going to just peek that off to the edge right like that. So then I can add any other sentiment I want, a birthday sentiment, anything. I can save, you know, adding that until I know what the actual occasion is. But we have to finish our cards because I am on a quest to be better about doing that. And there we have the finished card. If you want to add some gems, you can add some gems. They did not on the class that they sent us, but I think a few gems would look really rather nice. The gems that coordinate with this particular bundle or suite are the dewdrops, and these are due back in stock next week. Let's see. So what we can do is we could add some green ones on here because of course we've got this green, but I think I'm just going to do some of the clear ones. I think they look pretty nice up here as well. There we go. We just add a couple of gems. Wasn't that card fantastic? I know that it didn't look like much when I started applying the inks directly to the watercolor paper, but wasn't it just amazing to watch the transformation when I spritzed it and then started blending the inks with my water painter? That is a technique that I have got to use more often. It was fantastic. Now, I can use up these scraps still. I mean, it's perfect for the Fern and Flora bundle, but I can't wait to try this with other things as well. Now, if you like that Fern and Flora bundle and you really liked this project, which I got as a demonstrator, you might really want to consider joining my team and joining the ranks of demonstrators. It really is the best deal in town. You're going to get, for your $100 buy-in to join the company, you're going to get $125 worth of product with no shipping, and anything that you order above that $125 will be credited toward your first quarterly minimum, which is not due until the end of December, because the quarter that you sign in gets waived because you're just starting. So you'll have until the end of December, and truth be told, you actually have a grace period of through the end of January. So you have a long time to enjoy a discount, and you know, discounts matter in this day and age, but a discount with supplies that you love to use, perfect. So I hope you'll consider it. The link to join my team is in the description of this video. I'm also happy to answer any questions that you have. It really is very low commitment. The commitment is the $100, and you get that back in merchandise, more actually. And Not only that, but there is a special welcome box, and I'm not going to tell you what's in it because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it is valued at $65. So it's an extra great perk for joining, and I hope you'll consider it. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it for today's Lunchtime Look. Now, tomorrow, I usually have my Friday night live at 7:30, but I'm going to be Friday night not so live tomorrow night because I'm traveling and I want to make sure that I have something for you. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to get up to the camp and unpacked and ready to shoot a video on time for you. So I thought I'd pre-record something. And what am I pre-recording? I am pre-recording the second card that came in that email. And I know you're going to love it. I hope to see you tomorrow night.